Welcome back to another one of our Philippine vacation vlogs. If you're new here, know that these vlogs are just our way to document our experiences. This time around, we tried something that we'd never done before, a Binondo food tour. You can see here that we're on our way there via Taft Avenue in Manila. Binondo is considered the oldest Chinatown in the world, and it's just at the end of the Jones Bridge, which is at the end of Taft Avenue. Although we've been to this town before, we'd never really explored it like a tourist, and we'd never sampled different food places to try some authentic Chinese-Filipino foods. So here we go. Stick around and see what we experienced. Okay, welcome to our Binondo food trip vlog. This is the first stop, 1919 Grand Cafe. We're gonna do maybe like 10 stops, different areas around this place, city, sample some of the food. And this is our first place. Welcome to 1919 Grand Cafe. First of our stops. Nice decor. At mura lang daw dito. One of the oldest buildings in the area, built in 1919, converted from a bank, remodeled after extensive damage from World War II. The ambiance and structure were all top-notch, but the food wasn't anything to write home about. Then again, you're here for its historical significance. Okay, so we just made our way out of the restaurant, 1919 Grand Cafe, and we're going to our next stop, which is the original arches. This is one of them. I think this is the Filipino-Chinese Friendship Arch, which was built by the local Chinese community. There's like 4 of them. Another one over there was built by the city government. One of 4 built by the local Chinese community. Okay, so we just left the Chinatown. We are right now crossing the Jones Bridge. This is one of the oldest bridges here. As you can see, the previous mayor administration did a lot of remodeling on it. Put all these nice lights like this above it. We're just gonna take a visit to the Esplanade, a new structure they built right beside the river to mimic the other cities that have been renovating their riversides. So this is the start of the Esplanade. Oh, on the other side of the Jones Bridge, they're still working on it. You can see a lot of construction over there. We're going towards the section that has been completed, currently under the Jones Bridge, and we're gonna see what they're doing here. The Pasig River Esplanade is one of the newest structural improvements made to the river's banks. The Pasig River cuts through the city, flowing from the huge Laguna Lake out to Manila Bay. Manila follows other cities around the nation in renovating its riverbanks, allowing its citizens to enjoy a major body of water cutting through it. The river is also a transportation channel, so the Esplanade becomes a boarding area for local transport and for tourists who want a boat ride to see the city from a different vantage point. They've also installed lights, fountains, and art to allow this place to be a destination for evening activities. Jones Bridge, walking towards Chinatown. Okay, standing outside the oldest restaurant in Chinatown, established in 1888. It's believed that the national heroes Andres Bonifacio and Jose Rizal actually ate here. Of course, it's gone through a lot of remodeling. Food was excellent. We were tempted to stay there and eat a lot, but we didn't because we still have a few spots to go to. This is Pinpin Street in Binondo, and this is Toho Pansiteria Antigua. This is what you call the adventure of walking the streets. I mean, there's a sidewalk, but people walk on the streets. And the cars just try to avoid you. People cross anywhere they want. Walking a crowded urban street in Binondo is typical of crowded cities in the Philippines. Nobody cares about sidewalks, and drivers seem to know how to avoid swiping you. This is typical in Manila, which also adds to the slow movement of vehicles.
And although sidewalks exist, people don't like taking them because they're usually crowded with vendors. Now, this feeling of being comfortable in a busy neighborhood where there's no fear of vehicles and streets is something that I don't really miss, but it feels very familiar. It gives me lots of memories of growing up commuting from work or school.
Ito, original Shanghai fried siopaw. Wait. All these, this one. Eh, haba ng pila eh. Medyo may pila. Okay, Shanghai fried siopaw. Famous for frying the siopaw just from underneath. And apparently a famous place. We got a couple just to try out. We'll give you the verdict soon. How are we gonna eat it together?
Diba? I think ba yun, diba? May story. Amazing. Diba? Masarap yun. My mom loves bola-bola.
Bola-bola. Siopaw.
Oh, mommy, I know you like this.
Isn't that date? Okay, we are entering the other side, just going through Ongpin, crossing the North Bridge. Rare opportunity to have a crossing. So we are deep in Chinatown. Welcome to Manila, Chinatown. Ongpin Street.
So we were supposed to grab lunch at this place, the fast food beside the canal, or estero. But aside from it being full, the atmosphere was just too chaotic. So we moved on to the next lunch location.
Okay, this is Wei Ying fast food. Looks like there's a line.
Now, I've seen videos of people eating at Wei Ying, and the food seemed really good, but the crowds created by the Lunar New Year celebrations and vlogger recommendations discouraged us from standing in line just to get in. We saw other restaurants with lines of people waiting. I guess it was our mistake to try and do this during the lunch hour because naturally, everyone had the same idea. So we settled for getting refreshments instead.
Time for a little break because it's really hot outside. The Ongpin South Bridge. Welcome to Chinatown when you're approaching from the south.
Yeah. First name Catherine.
So we're currently in line to enter this place, Shuwan Ki, otherwise known as Cafe Mezzanine, oldest fast food supposedly in Binondo. So we'll see how good the food is. We didn't have the patience to wait in line, and being we weren't really that hungry, we decided to go to the next spot on our tour, Holland Bakery.
You're the 9. Yes. Okay, yes, the last one. Okay.
Lorenzo Ruiz, the first Filipino saint canonized by John Paul II in 87, actually trained in this church. This was originally founded in the 16th century by Dominicans to care for Chinese converts. In 1762, British bombardment of Manila destroyed the building, so it was rebuilt in 1852. Heavily damaged in World War II, it has since undergone massive renovations. So what we see here today is a bit modern when compared to other historical churches. Okay, we just came from the Binondo church. You can see it in the background there. This is the plaza. I don't know what it's famous for, but we're going that way. Check this out. Free medical clinic. So we're back here at 1919 Grand Cafe. It's a good place to start and end your food tour because it gets really hot. You're not used to the weather. Hot and dirty, smoky, lots of people, crowds and all that. But it's a good experience. We did not end up eating at the two places that we were thinking we would eat lunch because there's just too many people, long lines, because the vloggers, just like me, have made them really famous. So you've got lots more people lining up where normally pre-pandemic and pre-vlogger days, they were just ordinary places. But vlogs and social media have made them famous, so a lot of them are crowded and they've got lots of lines with locals and tourists alike. I guess that ends our vlog. We're gonna go grab lunch now.
So that's it for our Binondo food tour. We did our best to sample as much of the culture and cuisine as we could, despite the weather and the crowds. All in all though, it was a worthwhile and memorable experience, and we hope to come back when the crowds are not as overwhelming. If you found some entertainment or inspirational value in this video, give it a like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next vacation vlog.